Hey guys, here's what we're going to be making today. It is this really super cute Dango plush, and it's not just a regular Dango, just dropping it as you can see. It's actually a Dango made up of 3 little MonoKuro cubes, and so yeah, I think this is really cute. And don't ask me where I got this idea because I really don't know. I just think MonoKuro is such a cute character, and then Dango is really cute too, so I thought I would combine them and make a really awesome plushie. So yeah, this was actually, oh gosh, sorry, ignore that. This was actually part of my contest entry for Kawaii Fan 88, which will have been posted yesterday for you guys. It's actually going to be like in 3 days for me, but I'm not posting this for a really long time because I just didn't want to post a tutorial before the contest entry, so yeah. But anyway, the really cute thing about this is that they can all come off, as you can see. Pink one, and like they can twist and everything because I made the parts separately. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this, and it's actually really easy, so I hope you all try it, and I'll just get started with the video. For this tutorial you'll need felt in the colours cream, pastel green, pastel pink and brown. You can also use these colours that you see here, which are just the brighter versions of these colours, but I'm going to be using this to do the eyes, so if you don't have these colours then you can just embroider the eyes on instead. You also need the same colours in threads, fabric scissors, a sewing needle and some stuffing. Okay, so first we're going to cut out all the pieces to make these little piggies. So what you need to do is use this template to cut out 2 pieces, this template to cut out 1 piece, this template to cut out 1 piece, and this is all in your pastel coloured felt. And then for the little nose piece, we again just need 1 piece, but as you can see I've used a darker coloured felt so that it contrasts. Also with the darker colour, you'll just need to cut out these 2 little circles, and these are going to be for the eyes. Remember that we're making 3 little pigs, so everything that you just did, you need to do it again for the green and also the pink felt. Now it's time to start sewing. Thread your needle with a matching coloured thread, and then use a fell stitch to attach the eye and nose pieces onto one of your face pieces. Here is what that should look like. And as you can see, I've actually used the same coloured thread to give him 2 little nostrils. Now on the other piece that looks exactly the same as the piece we've been working with, we're just going to use a back stitch to sew on this cute little squiggle, and that is for his tail. Now once you've done that, the next step is going to be constructing this little sort of tunnel, I guess, that goes through the middle of the pig. So you can see I've cut out this piece of fabric here, and to give you a rough idea of what size it is, it's just a square and it's the same length as this piece. So this is the piece we need to cut out, and now what we're going to do is just bend it over like this so that it's forming like a little tunnel, and use a fell stitch to hold that in place so that it makes a loop like that. Okay, so here is what this piece should look like once you've sewn up the 2 sides. And the next thing we're going to do is take this long piece, the one with the hole in the middle, and place it on top. And then using a blanket stitch, we're just going to attach that in place like this. This part is a little difficult at first, but I found that it's a lot easier if you just take a pencil and put the pencil inside this like hole. So that helps you to hold it in place while you're doing your sewing. So yeah, just a little tip there. But anyway, the next thing we need to do is place it this way up, and then we're going to take this smaller piece, again with a hole in, put it on top and do the exact same thing. So we'll end up with this weird kind of shape here. Once you've done that, we're going to attach the front and back pieces. So if you put this piece like this, and then we can put the front piece on top. Now the way I find it easiest is by starting here at the bottom here, and using a blanket stitch and start to sew around until you get to this point, and once you've got there, then you're going to have to start sewing on this piece. So I just think it's easy to start at the bottom because otherwise it might go a bit wonky or something like that. When you are joining these 2 pieces together, I think the neatest way to do it is if you cut it off, so cut off all the excess so that they are right next to each other, so there's no overlap. And then as you can see, I'm just using what is called an over sew stitch. I'm not using the blanket stitch, just to secure it together like that. Since the front part is all sewn on, it should look something like this. And now all we need to do is flip it over and place the back piece like so. And then we're going to do the exact same thing with the back section. Before you sew all the way around, don't forget to add some stuffing. And then sew up the gap. And then one of your little pigs is finished. So now what you need to do is repeat all of these steps again for the pink and also the green pigs. And then I'm going to come back and show you guys how to do the stick. Now to make the stick, cut out a rectangular piece from your brown felt. And as you can see, it's just a little bit longer than the 3 MonoKuro stacked on top of each other, and about as wide as one of them. Now once you have that, you just need to roll it up as tightly as you can see here. And then with brown thread, I'm just going to sew a couple stitches at the top, at the middle and at the bottom to stop it from unravelling. Okay, so I actually did a couple more stitches than what I was originally going to, but it's completely up to you how many you do. I would say just do enough stitches to make sure your stick is secure and it's not going to fall apart. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've done 9 stitches here and it seems pretty sturdy. So now all we have to do is put the little piggies onto the stick. And then here is what it should look like once you're finished. So yeah, I think this plush is really super cute, and the really cool thing about this, I think, is that you guys can basically take the same idea and the same concept and basically turn it into anything you like. So for example, I know that Carmen Pay Craft did a dango that was like Rilakkuma and Kirilakkuma and Kiratori, I think. And I thought that was really adorable. And then also I Bear Hugs, or Emmy, she made one that had like 3 Totoros on it. So yeah, there's so many dangos around recently, so I thought I would make a little MonoKuro one. And I really hope you guys like it. So yeah, if you have any other ideas for tutorials that you would like me to do, then feel free to comment those down below and I will take a look and do some of your ideas. And also, if you make this plush or even any dango plushie, anything similar, then please leave me a video response because I would really love to see them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and bye guys!